Test. Everybody, welcome back to the We Scale Now YouTube channel. So glad to have you. Today I wanted to take you guys on a journey over to what I like to call home. It's r/We Scale Now. r/We Scale Now. This is a subreddit dedicated entirely to my YouTube channel, and when leaks roll around, people flock here to post their theories. Now, I wanted to share one of the theories here today because it totally matches the subject of my previous video, talking about spawn locations. Now, this post, given by Hoofed, talks about why we're going to start in the Gnome stronghold. A little bit of a typo there, but we'll say that that's okay. Before we read it, let me just make sure that you guys realize that this is a public forum that you are absolutely allowed to go to, post your theories about Leagues 3, and participate in discussion about others, about other theories as well. You'll get a lot of feedback about what your theory is, and I think it's a good time for anyone who's curious about Leagues 3. Or if anyone's looking for a community to theorycraft with, it's right here. All right, let's read this. I think that there's a couple typos in here, but I'll get the general gist across. I watched the Leagues 3 video. I like everything that was said about the starting zone. I think Pharaoh's Enclave would be a nightmare. Leaving would be a cluster of a bunch of level 3s getting killed. There isn't any skills to be done in the immediate area. Plus, it's a respawn point in the base game, and if they're trying to shake it up, that seems a bit too normal. Getting to his main point, the Gnome Stronghold, on the other hand, has low-level content for a bunch of skills. Agility, of course, the level 1 course. Fishing rod spots. Wait. I read this and decided to go immediately in-game into where the fishing rod spots are, and as I suspected, it's the lure and bait fishing spots. I don't know if this is a fair point to make when talking about low-level content. It's certainly low-level. Like, you could fish here at level 5 fishing? Actually, no. I feel like you'd actually need level 20 fishing to fish here. And that's low enough, but the problem is that it's not level 1. I gotta veto this point right here. By the way, look at this fishing spot. Is this not like the most serene looking area to go fishing in? I've never fished here. And then also we've got the barb fishing close by. Yep, that'd be handy later. Cooking ranges not too far from a bank. Sure, that's true. I went in-game again to investigate where the cooking things are that are pretty close to a bank. I think they might be referring to these, and I gotta see if you can cook regular food on these. I looked at my bank. I only have one raw karamwanji in my bank, so we're gonna see if this test works. All right, it says you don't feel that would be useful now. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna do further testing. All right, here's our new test. I went and got raw trout and raw beef. So, raw trout, on the Gnome cooker, yes. All right, the beef and the trout, you can totally cook on the Gnome cookers. Yes, these are confirmed that you can cook on them. I don't think I would ever end up using these to cook food. It's a decent run from here to there. We do have access to the entire map, and if my fire making isn't locked, I tend to just use fires to cook. So I'm not very intrigued by that cooking argument to make this the starting area. Wood cutting. There's plenty of trees in the Gnome Stronghold. There's oak, willow, yew, magic. Fletching, fire making, yep, wood cutting. That just makes sense. There's arrowheads from the sword shop. Oh, interesting. So there's a sword shop in the Grand Tree on the 2nd floor, and we'll trade good luck. And look at this. We got the bronze through mithril arrowhead tips. That's pretty cool. Now for combat, you can kill level 1 gnomes. Yeah, totally. And then there's a sword shop that sells some good stuff. Slayer, we've got Steve and Neve. Steve and Neve are locked behind level 85 combat though, so I don't really see why this, again, would be a compelling reason to make this the starting area. And then if Gnome Stronghold becomes the home teleport, well, we're definitely going to get the Royal Seed Pod eventually anyway. Depends on if you have to do Monkey Madness 2 or not for some players to get it. But we've got access to this item, so these Slayer Masters are never hard to get to. I suppose you could make the argument that they would be really convenient Slayer Masters in between the time that you got 85 combat and finish Monkey Madness 2, if you ever have to. Hunter, you can go to the Feldip Hills via the spirit tree. That's a good point, honestly. Assuming that we somehow start in the Gnome Stronghold and then very quickly are able to unlock or already have the spirit trees unlocked, we can take number 5, go to the Feldip Hills, and here we are. Feldip Hills has things like the Crimson Swifts. You know, a lot of people start their hunter journey down here in the Feldip Hills. Smithing, Varrock West Bank via the Spirit Tree. Oh, another good point. You can go right to Varrock from the Spirit Tree. And then thieving for rock guards and man and woman. Okay, yep, you got access to those things. Mid-level support for skills. You don't have to focus on unlocking them if they are not the main focus. You can mine, starting with iron. Where are the iron rocks at the Gnome Stronghold? What would that be referring to? It could be referring to a lot of things, especially when you include the fact that the Spirit Tree is here. But where are those iron rocks? I mean, you could go to the Varrock iron rocks, and at that point, you've got access to everything. Yeah, I'm not sure which iron rocks that those are referring to. And then he makes the point that Gnome Stronghold is good for farming. Yeah, yep, it is. Stuff that isn't supported, herbal or rune crafting. ZMI, pretty close. Yeah, it's decently close, especially via Spirit Tree. And then construction. I think that's everything. Basically, no matter what you do, you can get that going if you start in the Tree Gnome Stronghold. Additionally, with the Spirit Tree system, you can get to some other sections of the map for free. I think that the traveling by the Spirit Tree is pretty good, pretty cool suggestion. And then there was a little bit of a discussion. Whoa, hoofed. I've never seen a quadruple post. Sometimes some people have like some lag and they accidentally double post. Hoofed. Calm down. Makes a lot of sense, dude. I wasn't sure if we would start with agility because usually people do early agility through quests. However, if we start right next to the level 1 agility training method, then that would solve that problem. Only thing is there won't be any auto-completed quests this league because you can do every single one if you pick the right skills. So without Grand Tree done, there won't be any early mining or thieving options. All right, well, that's making an assumption. And let me show you something that might counter it. Here's a message that Flippy said like in July in Discord. The pillars of the design of leagues. Fast and never tedious, choices that matter, constant and meaningful progression, a game-breaking experience. So I feel like with these things in mind, and we saw these things in Trailblazer as well, this doesn't seem like words of someone who's going to make us get an entire quest cape in 6 weeks. I feel like I think that they saw success, that Jagex saw success with auto-completing quests in Trailblazer, and we're going to get them again. Continuing with the comment though, personally I think it'll be a Kandarin start, but maybe further south like Artie or Sears. Artie probably makes the most sense with all of its low level content. Irons frequently go to Artie early for the Cake Stall, Artie Cloak 1, Sea Slug, and Monk's Friend. Yeah. And Hoofed even replies with the additional speculation that we are likely to have thieving to start Artie. It's a better candidate. Rune Essence, access a general store, and plenty of quests that don't have many level requirements. Yeah, that's a good point. When I was talking about Artie in my recent video, I thought about how to get Artie Cloak 1, you need to have Rune Mysteries done. Maybe that's an example of one of the quests that is auto-completed. So yeah. That's r/WeSkill now, and we have over 750 members on it. So you can join, you can post your theories, and I might just make a video out of your theory. You're also allowed to post any questions, and I'm sure there's tons of people willing to come out and help. After reading some of the comments that I got on today's video, it really struck a chord with me. It made me realize, yeah, one person said it best. They said, I think you're focusing too much on the early game content in the starting zone. Since we're not area locked, you can just leave and do that sort of stuff. And I totally agree now. I don't think theory crafting on the starting location makes a lot of sense or gives us a lot of value for how much time we put in. So I'm probably not going to talk about the starting location again. At least in video form. You can talk to me about whatever you want on my Twitch stream, which there's one stream playing in the background right now, so you're kind of already watching. But I would totally appreciate it if you guys went over there and followed. I would love to hang out with you guys sometime. Boys, let me tell you a little bit about my life right now. I feel like I'm working a lot. I kind of had to dig deep tonight to sit down and record this video. So if I seem tired, I apologize. There's a chance I would love to do daily videos. I would love to do 3 videos a day, but at the end of the day, it really is a lot of work. And the only thing keeping me going, the only thing that's continuing to give me energy is you guys clicking the like button. Now that sounded like a bait to click the like button, but I'm completely serious about it. It's been very inspiring to see a lot of views on the channel, so thank you guys so much for the support. A couple of other details from my life is my wife and I are under a month away from expecting to welcome our first child into the world. So we're really excited about that, and as time marches on, I'm gonna have to focus a little bit more on that, and I hope you guys understand. So I may miss an upload day here and there. I may be gone for a little bit more of an extended time at some point, because you know why. But in the meantime, let's crush it as hard as we can. Please help me crush it as hard as I can. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're having a great time. This is the place for Leaks 3, I promise you. And I really do get a kick out of reading your guys' comments, so yeah. Again, thanks for all the support. That's all for now. I've got more ideas for more videos coming soon, so I'll see you then. Bye-bye.